What's up, everyone out there in YouTube land? It's me, Perry Lovewhistle, and I'm back on Zainer and Project 1999 Green. And as you can see, I am running through the Skyfire Mountains on my way to the Over There, because I got really lucky. In the last episode, I was saving up to hopefully be able to buy just a charge or two of puppet strings to get my worker's Sledgemallet. But I got really lucky, and Castle killed Fright, I think the night after I put that video out, and it dropped puppet strings, and it seemed like no one was really bidding on it. So I managed to get them for very cheap. Here they are, and I've got 10 charges of a lure. So I'm on my way to the Dreadlands. When I get there, I'll spend a little time explaining what I'm doing and what can go wrong, and hopefully getting myself a worker's Sledgemallet. So the worker's Sledgemallet is the result of the quest, The New Worker. And all the quest is turning in a jade to the undead foreman, who is in the west end of the evil compound in the Over There. And jades aren't even expensive. Any jeweler merchant will sell these for between 5 and 10 platinum, depending on your charisma level. The issue is that the undead foreman hates me. And I need to be amiable to do this turn-in, which means I can't even do a sneak. Also, he's undead, and all of the guards and NPCs in the compound are undead, so they can see through my invis and also hate me. There are 4 ways to get the undead foreman's faction up to amiable. One is to do a really, really annoying quest, and there is a video where another YouTuber is going that method. It's just hundreds of turn-ins of items that are rare drops off some of the Sarnacs out here, and you slowly work your way up to amiable. Another method is to use a Dark Elf illusion and a faction song or spell. Bards and enchanters can do this. You can also just charm the undead foreman. If you are an enchanter or a bard or a necromancer, you can do this, and I am none of those. So that is why the puppet strings are so important. They have a charm spell that will work on the undead foreman. But charm has a chance of dropping based on the caster's charisma, the difference in level between the caster and the target, and the target's magic resist. The undead foreman has a really high magic resist. And I don't exactly have the highest charisma. I only have 1 charisma item, and that's my phase spider carapace, and that gives me 6 charisma. So I have enlisted the help of Woji, who is going to help me lower the magic resist of the undead foreman, so hopefully I don't have to burn too many charges on my puppet strings in order to get him charmed. So Woji is here, and he has given me invisibility versus undead, which means these guys don't see me. I can get to a safe place over here in what is called Hammer Hill. Excellent, and being an enchanter, he also has a charisma buff, and that buffs my charisma up to 131. That should be really helpful. All right, let's see how this works. First he casts a Mez, then he casts a Tash. Now I do my it wore off. So I do another one. Okay, now the undead foreman is my pet, so I could make him attack stuff or guard, but the important thing is he really likes me. So I give him a jade, and I get my worker's Sledgemallet. Oh, apparently I have to make him guard so he stands still. And that is it. A big thank you to Woji for helping out. That gives me my last teleport item, my worker Sledgemallet. So it is two-hand blunt, which means I have to unequip both of my weapons in order to use it, but it has a proc of over there, which will teleport me right back to here. Now, most people who have a worker's sledge mallet have to use it to get out of dungeons or out of raids, and the only thing that they can safely swing on is other members of the guild who are on the raid. I, luckily, have a luxury that allows me to get out of that. I have my Toland's breastplate, which means I can port over to Lesser Fadark, equip my sledge mallet, and then find some wasps or skeletons or just something that doesn't scare me that I can beat on. And luckily, since I am a ranger, my dex is already really high, so I shouldn't have too many hits that don't proc. There's 1, 2. Oh. Well, now I'm starting to wonder if this thing even does proc. And there we go. Finally got it to proc. And it sends me back here. Where I can safely run up to Hammer Hill and look for a port. And that's it. That's how you get and use a worker's sledge mallet, also referred to as an OT hammer. And that would be where the video ended. But I did a poll on my channel, which did not go as expected. I was honestly expecting you guys to vote for Hold a Hammer Party for Night of My Friends. Then we would have had a bunch of viewers down in the over there going through all the charges on these puppet strings and getting us all free hammers. But almost twice as many people voted for sell them and be rich. And honestly, I kind of get that. The running theme of Zainer has been my inability to farm plat, and I have just been very poor. I also had one person suggest that I use the money to outfit Engrosser, which that's not too bad of an idea either. That means that I get to do my least favorite thing in EverQuest, and that is tunnel questing. And since I have to do it, you guys have to come with me. So now, a montage of selling and buying things in the East Commonlands tunnel. And I managed to sell my puppet strings with 8 charges for a crisp 30k. So now, I've got 30k on Zainer. That's the most money I've ever had. So I gotta run over to the bank really quick and do some quick mental math and then come back to the tunnel. Once that weight kicks in, I am running very slow. I guess this is why people have mules. Now let's start by just dumping all of this in here so that I can actually walk around a little bit. Now, I know that I want to keep 5K in the bank so that I can get a TOV bind the next chance I get. And probably another 5K just for resist gear. Matter of fact, hold on. Well, that happened much faster than expected. Our jewelry banker was on, I made my request, and he just stood up and handed them to me. So, now, at long last, I have over 100 magic resist unbuffed. So, I am ready for dragon fights to try and not get feared. Keep these in my inventory for raids. And now it's time for me to grab a little bit more plat and head back out to West Commons to see if I can't snag a bracer. And look, carrying 11K, well almost 12K, I can still move. That leaves me with almost 20K still in the bank in case I run across some other thing that I want to make a impulse purchase for. Now this is by far the most exciting part of EverQuest. I'm sitting here, encumbered with a whole bunch of money, just staring at auctions. Will I see something I want? I don't know. We'll find out over the course of the next hour. Well, it looks like someone is selling a Venomous Axe of the Valium Brood, which is like a super upgrade to the Wakizashi of the Frozen Skies. The Poisonous Chill procs at level 1, so this is an awesome twink item. I'm definitely going to scoop that up and put it on my Shadow Knight. Or maybe I'll put it on my level 5 Paladin. That'll make leveling through Crushbone very easy on him. And 1 hour of tunnel questing is all that I can handle. So I'm going to just take advantage of my YouTube channel. If you're on Project 1999 and have some Tolan's bracers for sale, I am paying 11K for them. Also, if you happen to have an item that you think you should sell me for one of my alts or for Zainer, and you now know how much money I have so you know whether or not I can afford it, either leave a comment here, message me on Discord, or send me a tell in-game. But I've got a raid to get to, so until next time, bye!